Families also competed for eugenic health grades.
Babies weren't the only ones competing. Many state fairs and agricultural fairs also held fitter family contests to judge entire families. The first was held at the Kansas State Free Fair in 1920, and it was supported by the American Eugenics Society. The goal was to educate the public about the importance of human breeding, or encouraging the right people to have children. The competitions were thorough. Teams of medical doctors examined each family member, both physically and psychologically. Each family member was given a letter grade of eugenic health. The family with the highest GPA, so to speak, would win a silver trophy. And every contestant with a B+ or better average received a bronze medal that read, "Yea, I have a goodly heritage."
An untrue family story claimed genes determine if a baby is a drain on society.
The story of the Kallikak family convinced many that genes were destiny, even for babies. According to eugenicists, Martin Kallikak was a soldier in the American Revolutionary War, but his descendants were divided between the fit and unfit. Martin had 7 worthy children with a well-mannered Quaker woman, but he also had a single, terrible child with a feeble-minded tavern girl. Eugenicist Henry Herbert Goddard told the tale in The Kallikak Family, a 1912 book meant to convince readers of the importance of eugenics. While Martin's worthy children became respectable citizens, men and women prominent in every phase of life, his bad son was called Old Horror and eventually had 10 corrupted children of his own. According to Goddard, they were the lowest types of human beings. But in fact, there was no Kallikak family at all. They were simply a way for Goddard and other eugenicists to promote the idea that a baby's entire life was determined by genetics.
Baby contests were necessary to avoid race suicide.
In 1916, Woman's Home Companion warned that there was quite a stir about race suicide. What exactly is race suicide? The magazine implied that by not valuing motherhood, white women were killing their race. And between the lines, the magazine hinted that in a race war, whites would lose if they didn't use every tool at their disposal, including breeding according to the principles of eugenics. The Better Babies Bureau is going to help, the magazine promised, by sending information on how to make sure your baby is healthy and fit. As one mother wrote, "I went to university, studied Latin and Greek, but don't know the first principles of rearing healthy children." She added, "Education needs to be changed if we women of America are to be efficient mothers." The contests, then, were a way to promote the white race through training women that their role in life was birthing healthy white babies.
The fitter babies were chosen based on the ideals of white supremacy.
Black babies never won Better Baby contests. Eugenics argued that humanity could direct its evolution by promoting certain traits and discouraging procreation by undesirable people. And the undesirable were almost always poor immigrants or people of color. The Eugenics Records Office, established in 1911, demonstrated that any undesirable traits, including pauperism, were linked to genetics. Genes, then, relied on destiny, according to eugenicists. And the winners of Better Baby contests were always white babies with Western and Northern European heritage, the fittest genes in the view of eugenics supporters. In some places, black babies were not even allowed to enter the Better Baby contests.
Eugenics was all the rage in the early 1900s.
The root of the Better Baby and Fitter Family competitions was eugenics. The science of human evolution promised that mankind could control its own evolution. The term was coined in 1883 by Francis Galton, a British scholar and cousin of Charles Darwin. Galton's concept was simple. If you could breed animals to strengthen certain traits, why not humans? The theory went that encouraging two people with desired traits to procreate would make humanity itself stronger. But from the beginning, eugenics had a dark side. Eugenicists argued that certain people should be sterilized or even executed to prevent them from procreating. And while the Better Baby contests seemed like a harmless way to celebrate cute babies, only certain infants won.
After judging the babies, you could head over to the canned fruit table.
Babies were lined up at state fairs and judged for their fitness next to horses, pigs, and other livestock. On the other side of the fair, judges inspected canned fruits to hand out blue ribbons. While it seems discordant today, the state fair was a logical place. After all, many believed the same scientific principles that improved crops and livestock could be applied to people. Long before it became associated with the Nazis, eugenics was incredibly popular in the United States. For many Americans, eugenics promised to use science to improve mankind, and with automobiles, radios, telegraphs, and airplanes all showing the power of science, it didn't seem like a stretch to believe that humans' bodies themselves could reap the benefits.
Babies were judged on the same scorecards used for livestock.
The first Better Baby contest was held in 1908 at the Louisiana State Fair. Originally, the competition was limited to babies between the ages of 6 and 48 months. One of the goals was to establish standards for judging infant health, an essential part of modern pediatrics. The judges were physicians and nurses who evaluated babies on several standards, including physical health, physical appearance, and mental health. The idea took off, spreading to state fairs across the country. Within a few years, 40 states held Better Baby contests. Babies were measured, weighed, poked, and prodded to determine which were the most fit. Doctors checked their tonsils, the symmetry of their features, and their temperament, then jotted their notes down on scorecards, the same scorecards used for livestock.
State fairs used to give out awards for human livestock.
At the dawn of the 20th century, Americans turned to science to solve every problem, which led to the invention of transportation innovations like automobiles, as well as new agricultural methods. Among those agricultural methods were the development of new seeds as well as breeds of animals. The government regularly sponsored agricultural fairs to compare the best livestock and hand out awards. The government, people agreed, had an interest in strengthening American farms. But these agricultural fairs didn't just put animals on display. The competitions also included human livestock in the form of Better Baby contests to celebrate the healthiest, most perfect infants. As Mary T. Watts said at the Iowa State Fair in 1911, "You are raising better cattle, better horses, and better hogs. Why don't you raise better babies?"
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.